Hello everyone, welcome to my class. To continue with the third chapter of class 8th history, that is the ruling the countryside. Till so far in my previous videos I have discussed about the different revenue systems that were formed by the Britishers in India, and the prime motive of forming such a revenue system was to extract maximum revenue from the Indians and utilizing that profited money for expanding their trade in India. Right, now in this video I'll be talking about crop for Europe, how they used their money for expanding cultivation in India. So let's begin this topic. Crops for Europe. By the late 18th century, company it was started expanding their cultivation in India. See, extracting revenue was one source of income. They wanted to earn more. So what happened? They started investing on expanding cultivation. Reason being, they found it very profitable to do the cultivation of certain crops in India, which had a great demand in Europe, right? In European nation, for example, like indigo and opium, right? Now, various plantations were started by the Britishers in India, like the jute in Bengal, tea plantation in Assam, sugarcane in United Provinces, which is now UP, Uttar Pradesh, wheat in Punjab, cotton in Maharashtra, and rice in Madras. See, different crops were grown on a large plantations by the Britishers, and they found it very profitable to deal with these, to deal in these crops. Right, these crops were having great demand in the European countries. So, right, then why the demand for the Indian indigo? Out of these products, out of these crops, indigo gained prominence. Reason being, there was a great demand of indigo. Indigo is a natural dyeing substance, right? It is used in dyeing the cloth, right? So Britain, an industrialized nation, needed this dye for their cloths, right? Now, before indigo produced in India, though it was in the 13th century, there was the Indian indigo was there in the markets of Europe. In many nations, the Indian indigo was traded, right? Like and indigo can only be primarily be grown in tropical regions, in tropical nations. So what happened? In Europe, the plant which was used for extracting natural dye was wood, and it was used largely in the in dye for the dyeing cloth, right, in textile industry. But the quality of this plant wood was comparatively not so good as compared to indigo. It is quite pale and dull, right? So the Indian indigo remained in the markets of the Europe, in different nations of Europe, and it is of superior quality. So the manufacturer of wood, they started facing stiff competition with the indigo, and they wanted the government, they pressurized the government to put a ban on Indian indigo, right, so that they can survive. So what happened in many countries, there was high tariff fixed on the trade of indigo. So this gradually reduced the demand because it became quite expensive, and it reduced the demand of indigo. But later on, this demand increased, and the European nation, they started utilizing their colonies for growing indigos, right? For example, French, they were using their colonies at Caribbean islands for growing indigo. Portuguese used Brazil for growing indigo. English used Jamaica for growing indigo, and Spanish people used Venezuela for growing indigo, right? indigo was grown in North America also, but India remained one of the biggest producer of indigo, right? So the since India was one of the biggest producer of indigo, Britain, and it was one of the biggest colony of Britain. When the industrialization was taking place in Britain on a large number, it expanded the industrial production. So there was a great demand of great quantity of indigo. So then Britain utilized India for growing indigo, right? The company employs the East India Company, which were doing trade here in India. Their employees started investing on buying large stretches of land in India so that they can carry on the indigo plantations there, right? At that time there was a huge demand of Indian indigo in the foreign markets, and they earned huge profit out of it. So they found this indigo business very profitable, and they started leaving their East India Company's job, and they became the traders, since they were earning more in this business. So this is how the indigo gained importance in the European market, right? So next portion of this chapter will be covering in the upcoming video, where we'll be discussing about problems related with the indigo plantation in India and how the people revolted against it, right? So keep on watching these videos in proper series, and please like, share and review, and thanks for watching.